In my opinion, Luis Suarez deserves everything he gets. He came to this country with a reputation as a very good footballer from Ajax, but he also came with a reputation of somebody who is a diver, a cheat, somebody who bites opponents' shoulders, who purveys gamesmanship and is not afraid to use Machiavellian methods.
But why is Luis Suarez being singled out for diving? The language that's been used has been way over the top. Cheat, cancer of the game. Suarez is not the only player in England who dives. There's Danny Welbeck, there's Michael Owen, Steven Gerrard. Steven Gerrard dived in the 2005 Champions League final. Michael Owen was diving at the 1998 and 2002 World Cup to win penalties against Argentina. You don't hear anything about these incidents. Gareth Bale, the same day that Luis Suarez was diving against Stoke, was throwing himself all over the place against Aston Villa. Scotland, he dived against Scotland as well. Why is it only Suarez that's been singled out?
What Luis Suarez has failed to realise is that the sports media in this country works in waves. And unfortunately for him, that wave is kicking against him. It's kicking against diving. And his behaviour, I wouldn't say it's got any worse, but it's been highlighted, and justifiably highlighted in my opinion.
It's like bullying in the playground. Some children are able to take it, others are not. Fortunately, Suarez is mentally very, very strong. I just think it's wrong.
Look, Suarez himself came out this week when he was on international duty with Uruguay and said that there are some elements of his game that he must change. There are elements of his game that must mature. He must grow up, in a sense. And one of those things was the gesticulation, the talking back to referees. And I do think you can add that gamesmanship of diving in the same category. All too often we've seen Suarez jump into reckless challenges, even from his own perspective, and put his arm in the air and act like he's hurt his shins and hurt his ankles. And things like that. They create a culture almost of fear from the opposition, that if they go near Suarez, they're at risk of giving a yellow
I agree he's not the most likeable character, but I think that's just part of his personality, and he's a winner. He doesn't like to lose. Yes, he's a little bit petulant, but at the same time, he does get targeted a lot from opposition. And he was the most fouled player in the Premier League last year.
Probably because he dives a lot, that's why.
Well, he does get targeted. The same game against Stoke, in the first half, he got stamped on by Robert Huth, and Tony Pulis after the game didn't even mention that incident. I mean, that was a straight red card, completely unpunished. It just seems to me that he's being targeted not only by the press, but by referees as well. Like I said, it's all going against him at the moment. I just think it's unfair.
Yeah, but the problem is that reputation that he has, that doesn't come from nowhere. That reputation has been forged. It's been forged since he's come to European football, throughout his time at Ajax and throughout his time at Liverpool. You don't need me to tell you the unsavoury incidents that he's been involved in since he's come to Britain. And for me, almost it's like he's the boy who's cried wolf, that every time he does legitimately get fouled, the reputation precedes him. And there's only one way that referees can perceive an act from Suarez on the pitch. And for me at the moment, that is cheating, because when Suarez goes down, invariably he's not hurt. For me, a lot of the culpability for this must lie with Liverpool, because the support that they give Suarez all the time and again, allows him to act with impunity, because they know that he always knows that he's got the backing of his club. And I think if Liverpool could take a stand and distance themselves from some of his cheating behaviour, then I think it finally could act as a wake-up call for him and let him know that some of the behaviour that he purveys in this country is not tolerated.
I don't deny that Suarez does go down easily at times, but all I'm asking for is that everyone's treated the same. Suarez, Bale, Welbeck, Young, everybody.